Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. On today's video you'll be learning how to cut and sew this beautiful kaftan gown you're seeing on the screen. Please make sure you watch till the end and don't skip any parts. At the end of this tutorial, if you find my video helpful, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on your notification bell for more videos. Okay, these are the materials that I'll be using for this tutorial. I'll be making use of this 3.5 yards of Ankara fabric. I also have my doffé satin, so I will be using the one that will match my Ankara fabric. That's the pink one. I bought these trimmings that I'll be using to design the neck area. It's called rice cord, so I bought 2 yards of it. So I'll be cutting the front and back together, so I will measure my full length from this side. I have fabric markings, so I will cut it out. My full length is 60, so I'll cut out 60 into 2 places. I've gone ahead to cut it out. This is my back part. I've folded it into 2, so I will also fold my front part into 2 the way you see me doing. After folding the front and back together, I will arrange it properly, and I'll go ahead and use my pin to hold it down. After pinning it down, I will start marking my vertical measurement. So from the shoulder, I will measure down 10 inches. This 10 inches will serve as my arm opening. See, from my shoulder, I will mark my half length, and I will mark my hip line. I also mark my knee measurement. So you take your measurement and mark it on your fabric. So I'll rule my lines out. After ruling my lines out, I'll mark half of my shoulder width, which is 8 inches. I will make a straight line to connect it. So the next thing I'll be doing now is to measure quarter of my round bust. You divide your round bust by 4. I will add 2 inches for ease allowance and 1 inch for sewing allowance. So I will mark it here. On my hip line, I will be placing quarter of my round hip, so I will divide my hip by 4. I will add 2 inches for ease allowance and 1 inch for sewing allowance. So from the one I mark on my chest line, I will connect it straight down. If you want the waist area to be fitted, you curve it the way you see me doing, but for me, I will just rule it straight down like this. To shape the knee area, I will be deducting 1 inch from what I mark on my hip line. Just measure what you place on your hip line and remove 1 inch from it. So whatever you got, you place it on your knee. After marking it, I will connect it the way you see me doing, and from my knee, I will rule it straight down. I want to increase my hip area by ½ inch, so from the waistline, I will come out by ½ inch the way you see me doing. This is optional. I just want the hip area to come out a little. After that, I'll be marking my sleeve length. So from where I mark my shoulder width, I'll mark 9 inches for my sleeve length, and I'll add 1 inch for folding. So I will mark it, and I will really straight to the armhole depth. After that, I will curve the armhole. Just curve it this way, or you can come out by 1 inch from this corner and shape the armhole. From the shoulder line, I will come down by 1.5 inches for my shoulder slant. So after that, I will slant it the way you see me doing. After that, the next thing is to mark my neck width and my neck depth. For the front and back, I will be using the same neck width and neck depth. I will be marking 5 inches for the neck width and 5 inches for the neck depth. The neckline is like a canoe neck, so you curve it the way you see me doing. If you're a slim person, please use 4.5 inches for the neck width and 4.5 inches for the neck depth. If you check the sleeve of this dress, you observe that it has a slanted shape. So for that, I will be coming in by, or from my shoulder width, I'll just mark 7 inches. If I measure what I have here, I have 3 inches, so I reduce it to 2 inches. You can leave it at that 3 inches. I later trim off the 1 inch. I made it 3 inches. 3 inches will make it more deeper. So this is what I have here now. The next thing I'll do now is to go ahead and cut it out. If you're coming across my video for the first time, please kindly hit the subscribe button to join the family, and turn on your notification bell so that anytime I post a new video you will get notified. At the end of this video, if you find my tutorial helpful, please kindly hit the like button and also share this video to your friends. Alright, after cutting it, this is what I have. I'll go ahead and notch the one I want for my front. The next thing now is to join it together, so I will spread it out. I will place it together, right side to right side. I'll go and stitch down the shoulder with 1/2 inch, and I will shape the side with 1 inch sewing allowance that I added. I'll go to my sewing machine and do that, and I'll come back and show you the next thing to do. I've stitched down the shoulder and I've shaped the side, so I'll turn it to the right side now. The next thing is to give it a good press. Iron it very well. After ironing it down, I'll fold it into 2 this way. Make sure you use your pin to pin it down, and make sure that it's equal before you pin it down. I will determine half of my shoulder, so I will take away the 5 inches I mark for my neck width. I will mark the 8 inches, which is half of my shoulder width. So from the neck width, I'll come in by 2 inches, and from the shoulder line, I'll come down by 7 inches. Please, if you're a slim person, use 6 inches or 5.5 inches. So after that, I will curve it like round neckline. Just follow what I'm doing, you'll get it right. Fix your eyes on the screen. Alright, when I'm cutting it, I will not cut directly on this line. I will leave 1/2 inch that I'll be using to sew it. You can mark the 1/2 inch. The 1/2 inch is very important because that's what you use to join the Dickey collar. So I'll be cutting it out from this 1/2 inch. At this point, I realized I've made a mistake. I'm supposed to cut on where I mark for my joining allowance. As you can see, I'm cutting under it instead of the 1/2 inch I added for my sewing allowance. Please don't do that. It was a mistake. Please don't forget to add your 1/2 inch for joining allowance. So the next thing now is to place it on my doffy satin so that I can cut out the yoke. So I'll fold it into 2. After folding it into 2, I'll fold it again as if I'm cutting a 360 degrees flare. After folding it, I will now place the cutout on it. Make sure you arrange it very well. Can you see how I'm arranging the shoulder? After that, I will pin it down to secure it. After pinning it down, I'll be adding 1 inch for sewing allowance. Please add 1 inch so that if you use 1/2 inch to fold it, you still have 1/2 inch that will cover the neckline. If you add 1/2 inch after folding the hem of the flare, it will not be enough to attach it on the main dress. Alright, so I will, after cutting it out, I will notch the shoulder, notch the down part and the upper part. Make sure you notch it, very important. I'll be using it to cut another one for the lining, so I will unfold it for you to see what I have. So I will arrange the shoulder. You just hold where you notch it. So this place is the shoulder line. That's why I say you should notch it so that you will know. So I'll go ahead and cut another one for the lining. I'll do that off camera and I'll come back and show you. So this is what I have. I've cut 2. Please make sure you notch the shoulder part for the lining. Alright, I'll go ahead and iron my stay on the main fabric. I did not iron any interface on the lining part. Can you see what I have? When you are cutting your lining, make sure that it's equal. I'll go ahead and fold the hem of the cape round, fold it with 1/2 inch. I'll also do the same thing on the lining. So this is what I have when I was done folding it. Can you see? After that, I will arrange the shoulder. I'll fold it this way. I want to measure what I have on the hem. Just measure it round. Make sure you confirm your measurements. So after measuring it, I will also measure what I have on the main dress where I will be attaching it to. This is very important so that when you are sewing it, you will not have any excess. I'm showing you the step by step so that you get it right. When I measured the cape, I was having 26 inches, so I'll still confirm what I have on the main dress. As you can see, I have 26 inches also, so you confirm it. I have my lining here. I've folded the hem with 1/2 inch. So what I'll be doing now is to place the lining and the main fabric together the way you see me doing. Make sure that the notch on the lining and on the main fabric matches. Just place it together the way you see me doing and use your pin to hold it. I will also use my pin to hold where I notch on the lining and on the main fabric. After that, I'll go to my sewing machine and hold it down. You can as well use your hem and gum to iron it down if you want. After stitching it down, I have something like this. Can you see that? So I will arrange this part very well. I'll make sure that it is equal. The next thing is to show you how I join it to the main dress. So you place it the way you see me doing. I'll make sure I place it on where I notch. That's the shoulder to shoulder. So that's the reason why you should notch it. After that, I will use my pin to hold it on the shoulder. Make sure it's on the shoulder. You can as well pin the other shoulder. So I'll be going to my sewing machine now to show you how you can sew it. You can pin it down before sewing, or you can as well do it this way. So this is how you'll be arranging it. You'll be putting the Ankara inside the fold you made on the doll face satin. Just a little. Please don't put up to 1/2 inch of Ankara inside, just at the tip of the Ankara. You just use the satin to wrap it the way you are seeing it on the video. This is how you continue to sew it until you finish what you have there. After sewing it, I have something like this. And even I did not use lining to top stitch it like this, you will not have a neat finishing on the wrong side. This is the only way that you can achieve a neat finishing. If you don't do it this way, you have a rough finishing. You know that when you are making it for your client, your work must be neat. So you follow this process. After that, I will measure what I have on the neckline. Just measure each round. I have 14 inches, so I will multiply it by 2. I multiply it by 2 because it's front and back here. If I multiply by 2, I have 28 inches. I will add extra 1 inch for joining allowance. So before I cut out the collar, I will first of all go to my sewing machine and place the rise cord on the dress. After sewing the neck area, I'll fold the hem of the sleeve and I also use the rise cord to pipe it. After sewing it round, I will cut out the excess and use it to overlap it this way. The next thing now is to cut out the roll-up collar. So I will fold my satin in bias form. I folded it in bias form because I want it to sit properly on the neckline. When I measured the round neckline, I got 14 inches. So 14 plus 14, that is 28 inches. I will add 1 inch for joining allowance. So the width of the collar is 6 inches. I use 6 inches for the width and 29 inches for the length. So I've already cut it out. The width of the collar is 6 inches. The length is 29 inches. The length of the collar is not standard. Please measure your round neckline to know what to use. So to sew the collar, I will fold it this way into 2. I folded the length into 2 and I'll stitch with 1/2 inch. I've stitched it already. After sewing it, I will open press the seam and iron it very well. After ironing it, I will now fold it again into 2. I'm folding the 6 inches into 2. That is the width of the collar. Can you see what I'm doing? So after folding it, you have something like this. You can iron it down if you want. So after ironing it, I'll go and stitch it down with 1/2 inch. So I'm done stitching it down. The next thing is to attach it to the main dress. So you sew from inside. Just fold it into 2 and notch. You can as well fold your dress, the front part of it, into 2 and notch it. After that, you place it notch to notch. Please, I'm sewing from the wrong side. You place the collar from the inside. That is, the collar will be facing the wrong side of the fabric. So I'll pin it down. After pinning it down, I'll go to my sewing machine and sew it round. You can just take your time to pin it round before going to your sewing machine to sew. All right. After pinning it, can you see my own is matching? So I'll go and sew it now. I'll come back and show you how it will look like. I'm done sewing it. I will remove my pins and I will trim off the excess sewing allowance. After that, I will fold it this way. Can you see? Because I stitch from the wrong side, you can turn it this way. Can you see the roll up collar? That's how it will look like. If you find my tutorial helpful, please subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell so that you get notified once I upload a new video. Bye for now.